All right, Outlaw Radio Live fans, we are live on the air. This is the end of the decade broadcast. Outlaw Radio Live's last interview of 2019, and we are ending this with one hell of a great underground artist, Kasani ES, straight out of California. How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I've been vibing to your music, man. Our audience has been eating it up, man. So, you know, let's hear from the man himself.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, when did you get your start in the music industry?
Basically, I started when I was 14. I started writing raps when I was 14 in my neighborhood, you know, just as a kind of like just playing around, kind of entertaining my homies, you know. So pretty much, you know, it was like, you know, you should take it to the next level. So I pretty much after high school, that's when I decided to, you know, pursue a career in music and try to push it, you know, take it more serious. And then, yeah, you know, just been putting in work ever since about 2000 and about like 14. So yeah.
So I gotta ask, man, what are your biggest influences? Like, who really influenced you to get into the rap game?
Man, my two biggest figures I look up to is definitely gonna be E40 and Ice Cube. The two like my two idols coming out of the West Coast and stuff. And then I'm also inspired off listening to like Fabulous. From, you know, East Coast music, who else? Pretty much Jada Kiss. Local artists, like where I'm from, in Frisco, Big Rich, your boy. You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much it.
I gotta
E40 Ice Cube, top dogs.
Ice Cube, yeah. E40, hell of a great choice, man.
Right? Two deadliest ones, the Godfathers of the West Coast, so that's how I look at it.
So I have to ask, man, how did you get the name Kasani ES? How did you get that name?
Man, it's crazy, man, because I was going through different phases, man. Rap names, trying to figure out a name for myself. So, you know what I mean? I'm a huge fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And there's one night where I was just trying to think of a name, and then there was an episode of Fresh Prince where his auntie nicknames Will Hassani, which is Swahili for handsome, like light-skinned and handsome. So, you know, I liked the name, so, you know, I had a nice ring to it, so I pretty much took that, and then I just flipped the H to a K, and then pretty much added initial S, because my initial is S for my middle name, so, yeah, I put that together, and then there you have it, you know. It's been rocking with it ever since.
So, how me and you got connected was Jet Black, Jess James. I have to ask, how did you and him get connected?
Man, it's crazy because we basically just worked for the same company. You know what I mean? He was showing me some of his stuff, and like I really admire a lot of his stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Especially him coming from that area. You know what I mean? Where it's like real music. So I took a lot of interest into the music, and then, you know, pretty much he pulled me to the side and just pretty much laid out this plan he had for the whole movement. So I liked the plan, and I pretty much wanted to run with it. And ever since then, we've been tight, locked in. We just been pushing this movement, you know, the James Gang movement, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much.
So how did James Gang Music Group get connected? How did that deal for you come to be?
As far as the members getting connected, or as far as
you getting affiliated with them?
How did I get connected?
Yeah.
With the others? Oh yeah. Basically, basically how it started was, it was me before James Gang. I had my own little clique of rappers and stuff. It was me, Dre Amato, G Stacks, Fat Boy, rest in peace, and Pre-Mo. And we had our own pretty much little clique going on. So pretty much as the minute I got introduced to James Gang is when pretty much I passed the word on to the fellas, like, hey, you know, we got this movement growing. You know, dude got a plan, he got a vision. You know, let's jump on this wagon, let's all work together. You know, push this movement, and then, you know, everybody eat. So they pretty much liked the idea, and then I got them in the game. So that's pretty much how everyone got connected. I got connected with dope ass producer Black Spirit through Jet Black. You feel me? They've been together for a while and stuff. So, and then same with P Street, Young P Street, one of another artist in Frisco. You know what I mean? Connected through Jet Black. So it's a good blend. I like how we all came together. Everyone has their own different flavor to the table. You know what I mean? Everyone's bringing different creative ideas and different music. So that's what I like most about this thing we got going on, this movement.
And you know, I have to, before we move on, I have to give a giant, huge shout out to Jet Black, Jesse James, not only for getting us connected, but for just your guys' contribution to hip hop. So to you and to Jet Black, thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, you guys make really awesome music, man. These rappers need to learn from you guys, man, because there's too much of that mumble rap out there, man. We need more music substance that you guys produce.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. A lot of new cats, they lack originality in the game, man. You know, it's not. No one's trying to be creative anymore. You know, everyone's trying to do the simple stuff. So we're trying to make things make sense. You know what I mean? So way, as far as video and music, so
way to go about it.
No.
So August of last year, you were featured on Choice FM UK. How did that come to be? How did you get hooked up with the United Kingdom?
Oh man, you know, I want to give a big shout out to Deshaun Williams. She's an artist herself. You know, she pretty much reached out to me and connected me with that one. You know, she pretty much peeped out my resume, my profile. She was like, you know, hey, you know, you're dope. You know, I'm an artist from London. You know, but I live in New York. You know, I got these connections. I want to see if I could, you know, work with you. See if I can, you know, connect you, put you on. So she pretty much helped me out on a lot of the shows and traveling as far as the fashion and yeah. So big shout out to Deshaun Williams.
And also on September 8th of this year, you performed at the New York Fashion and Music Conference. So what was that experience like, and how did it come to be? That's a really huge thing for for an artist to actually do.
Yeah, once again, big shout out to Deshaun. She connected with me through that. She basically had fashion show that she has like annually, like every year. So she basically was like, hey, you know, you come from California, you know, you'll be a dope artist coming over here performing in New York. I feel like it'll be a good fit, it'll be a good look for you. So I said, yeah, you know, why not? So, you know, me and the gang went out there, did our thing, performed. And it was a good experience, honestly. You know what I mean? It was something I had never done before. It was the first time. I had never been around, you know, beautiful ladies like that, so many in the room, and just, you know, just sharp people, sharp looking motherfuckers. You know, my bad. Can I cuss on this?
Oh, yeah, that's all you like, man. Have at it. Uncensored radio, man. Uncensored.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool, yeah. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, just sharp motherfuckers coming in the room, you know what I mean? Everyone, but yeah, you know, it's, yeah. It was cool. It was a great experience, man, especially for artists, because, like, you know, it's never heard of, you know what I mean? For artists to go and perform for a fashion week show.
Hey,
so,
man, you know, it was the first for everything, man.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, man, it was dope.
So, also, you recently did a song called Excuse Me with an artist named P Street. I'm going to have to ask, man, where can our listeners buy that track, and how did you and P Street get connected?
Yeah, man. So me and P Street, man, definitely we got connected through Jet Black, man. I'm glad that happened and stuff too, because ever since me and him been linking up, man, we've been making like just crazy fucking tracks. You know what I mean? Like it's just fire that still haven't been released yet. So excuse me, you know, we plan on dropping that by this Friday. Actually, that's supposed to be the set goal. So as far as the video, but how it came to that track, basically, shout out to P Street, you know what I mean? He basically came through with the beat, and he had the lyrics. He wrote the hook for the song, and then, you know, originally he was gonna do the song, but then, you know, I ended up doing the song, and then he liked the way I was doing it, so he was just like, man, hey, just fuck it. He said, you know, that's your song, you know what I mean? You made that song, you do the hook, you do the verse, this and that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then, you know, we just put that together and shit, and then we just put the video out, you know, together. You know, did the little roller rink. So definitely, I'm excited to drop this video. Definitely, this coming Friday. You know, it's gonna be out soon. It's gonna be out on YouTube. It's gonna be out on Spotify, all that. Yeah, definitely come Friday.
So if you can quickly, you'll be able to do this at the end of the interview as well. But since we're on the topic, could you actually give our listeners the URL for your YouTube? That way they can head on over there now quickly and subscribe to you so they don't miss that drop of that music video.
Definitely. Sure, you go on my Instagram. You check out my page on Instagram, Kasani.s, Kasani.es, Kasani.s, you know what I mean? Go on Instagram. You go on my Facebook, type it in as well, Kasani S, music page. Got music up on there. I got Spotify. You can definitely check me out on. Just type in Kasani S. SoundCloud, same as well. Pretty much any website. Check me up on Google. I'll pop up. You know what I mean?
So, April of this year, you performed with the Oniverse tour. What was that experience like?
My bad. You said the which tour?
Sorry, the Oniverse tour. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, man. It was that was a cool experience too, man. That was definitely a different experience because me and the group, we'd never performed around like trap metal, type of bands before. So that's pretty much what the theme was for that show. So the Omniverse guys, they basically were on tour. I think they're from Washington originally. But they're basically on tour, and they were coming to San Francisco. So they also peeped out my work, and they, DM'd me on my Instagram. They was like, hey, we're doing a tour. Checked out your music. You're pretty dope. We want to know if you want to come open up for us. Check us out. So I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And, I check into that music. I'm like, oh, shit, it's trap. It's metal. It's a metal band, kind of different, Asked my boys, like, hey, y'all want to do this? And they was like, hell yeah. Shit, why not? Perform at an opera, perform at a freaking, little kid show, whatever they hire us, we gonna perform. So I'm like, all right, cool, we just gonna do that. So then we just, went through. It was a good time, good experience, great people, great music too. I never really was too much of a fan of metal until that show and stuff. So it was a great experience, man. I would definitely do it again.
Hey, man, you know what? You never know until you try, man. You never know. One of those shows could really open up some doors for you.
Yeah, right? Damn. That show was lit.
So, one of your other newest singles is called Here With Me. I have to ask you, what's the inspiration behind that, and where can our listeners actually buy or stream that single?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. How that track came about, basically, was, originally it was sampled by an oldies song that me and a producer of mine, engineer also, shout out to Will from Will Jannar from the Shop Studios. He helped me put that song together, that beat together. So inspiration basically just came from listening to the song. Honestly, like it was just one of those things you just felt, in the moment. So you just, as soon as you feel it, you start writing at the very second, and then you just lay it down. So as soon as he made that beat and sampled that beat, I just wrote it in that studio and then like just laid it down. And then yeah, man, shoot, ever since then we put it on Spotify. We put it on should be on iTunes. Put it on different music sites and stuff. Yeah, you can check it out definitely on Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, YouTube. Yeah, it's one of my favorite singles this year, so yeah.
So I have to ask you, what is next for Kasani?
So next for Kasani, next steps I'm taking right now is basically I'm going to South by Southwest. That's the next goal for next year. Get this music popping. I got about 2 more videos I'm about to drop in come January. I got a reggae joint, I got a little jazz joint, so it's about to be a little different. Things are definitely about to heat up next year. Yeah, everything's going to step up, but you can definitely check me out over at South by Southwest. I'm going to be over there doing my thing. Yeah, man, it's a lot, man. More shows, just everything, more traveling, I was traveling Miami, performed, been New York, performed, been LA, performed, just don't stop. It's going to keep going, it's going to get bigger. Travel countries and everything, So I definitely tell the world, look out for Kasani and stuff from, the whole James Gang movement, because it's only going to get better, and definitely I'm going to be, popping. You're going to hear me. Definitely.
So I have to ask this, man. You're a very, very talented underground artist, man. You're on your way to making it, going big. I can see it. What's some great advice that you can give some of these underground cats that really want to make a name for themselves? What's some best advice you can give them?
Best advice is you gotta stay hungry. You gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay hungry. You can't be you can never be comfortable. You know what I mean? The minute you get comfortable, that's when you gotta wake up and be like, nah, I gotta keep moving. You know, stay hungry and sacrifice also, man. If this is definitely your passion, it's something that you really want to do, then you gotta sacrifice. You know what I mean? Cut back on a lot of stuff to get where you have to be. You know what I mean? You know what you gotta do to make it happen. So sacrifice what you gotta do to make it happen. So that's definitely the key advice I'll give to the young cats right now.
So also, this is the last part of the interview. Normally what I do when I have an artist comes on the show, this is the time that I give the artist a chance for them to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, and also their social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you on all social media platforms if they're not already doing so.
Okay, cool. Alright, so definitely, I give a shout right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, definitely. I mean, shoot, shout out to the whole James gang. You know what I mean? Jet Black, P Street, Black Spirit. You know, Dre Amato, G Stacks, Pre-Out Mo. Freaking well. Shout out to Trapanese, videographer. Shout out to Will Gennaro. Shout out to Young Kev. You know, Kev TV, and just shout out to everyone who's listening. Shout out to everyone who love the music and support. You know, shout out to you, DJ Moore, you know what I mean? So, basically, the more shout outs, you know, so much love. I'm honored to be on your show, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. If you like, you can give your social media handles, so that way people can follow you if they like.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Kasani.S on Instagram. Kasani.S on Instagram. And Kasani.S on Facebook. Definitely. Same with YouTube. Yes, make sure you spell it right, Kasani, and then, you know, ES. So definitely, everyone stay in tune, you know, be sure to follow the page.
All right, Kasani, I want to say thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live, man. You have yourself a wonderful night, and Happy New Year to you. Man, many blessings, bro.
You too, man. I appreciate you, man. Stay blessed.
Hey, you're most certainly welcome, man. You have yourself a wonderful night.
All right, you too.